The Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras arrived in Berlin this week for crucial talks with German Chancellor Angela Merkel with the hope of building bridges between the two nations. Greece urgently needs cash, otherwise it's unlikely to repay its debts, but the talk weren't as fruitful as Mr Tsipras hoped, and a Grexit still appears a real possibility. Jagdip Cheema has more.
Let's talk to each other, instead of talking about each other. That was the message from German Chancellor Angela Merkel to her Greek counterpart. And the two were together, at least in front of the cameras.
We
want Greece to be strong economically, have growth and reduce high unemployment, especially the extremely high youth unemployment. For that, structural reforms are necessary. A solid budget is necessary. A functioning administration is necessary. That is the common understanding between the two of us.
But relations between the two countries have been tense for months. And they weren't helped by Mr Tsipras sending a letter ahead of the meeting with Miss Merkel asking for loan repayments from the Second World War. In 1942, Greece was forced to loan the Nazis a significant sum, worth 70 billion euros in today's value. But the Greek Prime Minister insisted he wanted a positive outcome.
We do not want to destroy the achievements of the last 5 years. We do need to implement big structural reforms which previous governments have not achieved, tax reforms and a fight against corruption and tax dodging.
Both leaders maintained they wanted to keep Greece in the euro.
All in all, for both of us, it is important that we have a cooperation based on trust. We must also be able to address difficult issues we have different views on. But the spirit of our cooperation is there. Both countries want to cooperate. Both countries are part of the European Union, member states of NATO.
But Merkel insisted she can't make decisions on her own, with 19 other countries involved in the process. Mr Tsipras knows he needs to convince Eurozone finance ministers that his country is serious about reforms, otherwise there will be no bailout cash. You can see why the Eurozone is concerned. It owns 60% of Greece's total debt. And Germany alone holds 55 billion euros worth of that debt. At the end of this month, Greece has to find funds to pay government salaries and pensions. And early next month, there are more repayments. It's causing nightmares for many in Greece.
These are difficult times. We need a simple compromise from both sides. We must not push it to the edge, but they should also back down or things will get hard.
The Greek Prime Minister knows he needs funds. The meeting in Berlin may have built some bridges, but the fact remains Greece needs cash, and fast. Jagdip Cheema, Arise News.